Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we'll teach you how to use tabs to keep your content organized. The resumes used in this tutorial can be found at the following links. Like tables, tabs are also useful in aligning and organizing information on your resume. Tabs are used to position text at specific locations horizontally across the page. The Tab key on your keyboard is used to move the cursor to the next tab position. In the current line I am on, there are no tab positions set. So pressing the Tab key will move the cursor half an inch each time you press the key. If I press the Tab key 4 times, the cursor will move 2 inches. In this video, I'll show you different types of tabs and how to work with them. But first, I'll show you how to insert a tab. If you go over the ruler, you can click at the location you want to insert a tab to add it. That inserted a left tab, and you can also click and drag it to fine-tune the position. Now, if I come back to this line, since there is a tab set at 1.5 inches, when you press the Tab key, it automatically jumps to that position. Now, between this left tab and the end of the page, there are no additional tab positions set. So once again, when you press Tab, the cursor only moves half an inch. That's how you can use the Tab key to move the cursor to the tab locations you have set. If you go to this line, notice there is a left tab here to align the city and state, as well as the job period for all these sections. There are 5 different types of tabs that you can use. This is a left tab, and you can use it to left align text at the position of the tab. If you click here, you can cycle through the different tabs available. This one is the Center tab. If we click here and insert a Center tab, then this text is aligned, centered at the position of the tab. We also have a Right tab. I will click here to insert a Right tab and press Tab key twice. My text is now right aligned at the position of the tab. These are the 3 most common types of tabs. We also have a Decimal tab. This is usually used when you have numbers with decimals to align the numbers at the decimal point. And then there is a Bar tab. The Bar tab is not really a tab, but it adds a bar next to the text. I'll show you an example later in this tutorial. Now, once you've selected the tab here, the easiest way, as you've seen me do, is to just add it to the ruler by clicking anywhere on the ruler and then dragging it to the position that you need to. To remove it, you can just click on the tab and drag it out of the ruler, and then it disappears. Now, remember when you set a tab, if your cursor is within a particular line, the tabs only apply for that line. For example, we applied this Center tab and Right tab here for this line, but when we put our cursor on the next line, we only have the Left tab. So if you want to apply tabs to multiple lines, make sure you select all the lines where you want the tabs added. To illustrate, I will add a Center and the Right tab. So now if we click on this line, we have the Center tab and the Right tab. Of course, it's still there on the first line. Let's remove the tabs, and this time I'll show you a different way to do it. If you click on this icon here, which expands the paragraph panel, click on the tabs at the bottom of this panel, and here we have the 3 tabs that we've set: the center, left, and right. Let's say we want to delete the center and the right. All you have to do is select the tab stop position, and you can clear it. And you can select that and clear it. When you click OK, now we only have this left tab. Let's bring this back into position. I've aligned the city, state, and dates to the right using a right tab to make it look better. Now I'll show you another interesting feature of tabs. If you go into the tab detail again, with the tabs, you can assign a leader. A leader adds either dots, dashes, or a line from this tab text to whatever comes before it. So if we select dots and click OK, then you notice that these dots extend all the way to the preceding text. And as you type, the leaders automatically adjust to fill the space between the tab text and the content before it. This makes it easier to follow the information when you have a lot of space between 2 pieces of content. So we can even add one here again. And this time we select dashed leaders, just to show you the difference. And now it's easy to follow this line and see what these dates belong to. The skills may be a good location to use the bar tabs. For example, we can remove that, and let's insert some bar tabs. Maybe there and there. So here we can list our skills, and of course, let's add the left tab next to the bar tab to give it a little space from the bar. Now you notice when I pressed Enter from the first line, the tabs automatically inherited what I had in the previous line. So that's an advantage when creating a lot of content together that are aligned the same way. You don't have to keep setting the tabs for each line. So that's a good overview of tabs to learn how to organize and align your content easily. Now, you may be wondering when you should use tabs and when you should use tables. It depends on the type of content that you have. If you want to have leaders, like here, then tabs are your only option because you can't add leaders between the cells of a table. And if your content is fairly long and spans more than one line, then you may want to use tables to make it look better. I've created this project section here just to show you the difference. Here, I've used tabs for designing this, and here I've used a table. Now you notice the titles of each section are aligned at the same position. Here I've set tabs, and here it's the width of the cells in the table that determine the positions of the titles. In the project description here, it spans more than one line, so it wraps to the second line and makes the readability a bit difficult. But in the table, it keeps the whole description within the same cell, so in terms of presentation, the table looks much better in this case. Now, in some resume templates, you also have tabs within tables. So within a table cell, you can also use tabs. This is one table cell, and you can see these dates are aligned to this right tab here, and they also have the leaders. Same with this cell. The date here is on a right tab, and they have a leader to the city and state name. So this is how you can use tabs to keep your content aligned and organized. Thank you.